Hello, this is Dr. RJB, and today I wanted to do a lecture on hypothyroidism. Um, now, uh, I've actually had to be treated for hypothyroidism myself when I got into like middle ages. I started having a problem with it. Initially, I wasn't really sure what was going on. What I noticed initially was that I was getting like hot flashes occasionally. Um, it turned out that was the fact that the thyroid was fluctuating. Um, um, and then later on, I had some other problems. So hypothyroidism is relatively common as people get older. It's a good idea to have your thyroid checked every so often by your primary care doctor um, so they can try to identify this. Once it's treated, you're going to feel a lot better, I can guarantee you. Now, just so you know, there's a misunderstanding that people have that if you start on thyroid medication, you're going to lose a lot of weight. It really doesn't happen. With the things that are in the body, they're all in a balance. And your brain basically produces chemicals that affect our weight more than any of the organs of the body. Um, uh, the attempt is to keep things, like I said, in a nice steady state, neither gaining weight or losing weight appreciably. And if you try to do something to change that, you have to do something quite drastic to get beyond the normal balance mechanisms. So just taking a thyroid pill and adjusting the thyroid to normal levels is probably not going to do anything. Now, for sure, if you overdose on thyroid medication, more than likely you're probably going to lose weight, but you're also going to have other problems, such as with heart-related issues. Overstimulating the heart can cause an arrhythmia. So it's not really safe to do it that way, by the way. Okay, um, so how did they determine hypothyroidism? There are two labs that they frequently check. One is called T4, and the other one is TSH. Now, because thyroid is another one of these hormones that's bound to protein, we usually do a free T4, meaning we look at the unbound thyroid hormone. Um, and then the TSH is the thyroid stimulating hormone that comes from the brain. What basically happens is this: if your thyroid level is low, the brain will send a chemical to your thyroid to ask it to increase its output of thyroid hormone. The brain, critically needs thyroid for functioning. As a matter of fact, babies are commonly checked for hypothyroidism because they have found if a child is hypothyroid, their brain won't develop normally and they're going to have problems with school. So it's one of the tests that's performed on all the infants even before they go home. The brain, like I said, needs thyroid for proper functioning. So it sends this chemical message to the thyroid to produce more hormone. That increases the T4, or which is what we can measure when we do the free T4. So because mine was low, I take a medication called Synthroid or levothyroxine once a day. Now, when I was really bad on my thyroid, the reason why I had my thyroid checked originally was because I started to have problems with anger management. I would get upset over anything. Um, Somebody would say hello to me, and I would say, "What do you mean by that?" I mean, it was really getting bad, where I would get angry over the slightest thing. And, I didn't know what was going on. I finally went to my primary care doctor because I didn't know what was happening. We did some lab tests. It turned out my thyroid was low. So I started taking the thyroid, and a lot of the anger problems that I had went away. Um, so, irritability or anger can be a sign of thyroid deficiency. Of course, it could also be a sign you're a jerk. Unfortunately, there's no medication if you're a jerk. But it can sometimes be the thyroid if this is a sudden change for you, where before this you were a sweet person, all of a sudden you start, barking like a dog. Yeah, it could be the thyroid. Um, Also, if you have a problem with sudden changes in weight, it's a possibility. If you're feeling cold all the time, if you're having problem with brittleness of the nails or hair, it could be part of the problem too. So it's a good idea to have it checked. If it comes back and it's normal, then there's some other reason for whatever else is happening. Okay, so this is a little bit about the information about the thyroid gland, and hope you check out my other videos too.